Hey guys, welcome back. We are still waiting on the nice weather to start here in Wisconsin. Fortunately, we do have a little sun, but one of the biggest things that we use this time of year to provide our food, to grow our own food for our family, are fresh eggs, obviously. You might remember a few months ago, we posted about a new set of chicks that we got in the fall. That fall chick raising went extremely smoothly. They did very well through the winter without any supplemental heat. And they did start laying about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago. So today what I'm gonna talk about is clean eggs. And I used to spend so much time washing eggs because the eggs from our chickens used to get so much poop on them. They'd get poop, they'd get dirt. And this is just part of having chickens if you don't have what this is right here. I have to be kind of quiet because one of our hens is laying in that nest box right now. This is a Rollout Nest Box, and Hen Gear sent us this Rollout Nest Box. You can kind of make them on your own if you want to, also if you're big into kind of math and angles and all that, but since that's definitely not up my alley, we are very appreciative of this one from Hen Gear. There are a lot of bells and whistles, so I'm gonna show you kind of the basics of it as well as the fancy stuff. But what this nest box does is essentially when the hen lays an egg, normally what would happen in a nest box is the hen would lay the egg and then there would be kind of a nest of eggs right there, right underneath the hen. And this can be a good thing, but it also can cause a lot of problems. So some of the problems with having a traditional nest box that people encounter, since the hens have access to those eggs, certain times of year they might want to go broody, which is where they sit on the eggs, they try and hatch them out. Even if you don't have a rooster, they can tend to do this. And it also means that that hen that is broody is not going to be laying for a while. So a lot of people, unless you want a hen to hatch out eggs, it's not really ideal for a hen to go broody, especially because she won't realize those eggs aren't fertilized if you don't have a rooster, and she may sit there all summer long. I've had that happen. So benefit number one is it helps prevent hens from going broody. Number two, another benefit of having a rollout nest box is those eggs roll away from the hen, which means those eggs are also rolling away from where hens hang out, which is also where hens poop. So a lot of commercial sort of egg operations will use rollout nest boxes, and a lot of them use rollout nest boxes that are not quite as, like, I guess, friendly to the chickens. They're not as comforting, they're not as comfortable. This nest box is different than a lot of commercial nest boxes in that it provides more sort of comfort to the hen. For example, it encloses the hen, it makes the hen feel nice and cozy in there like she's in a nest. There is an insert in the bottom that can be taken out and cleaned off if it gets dirty, but it also provides kind of a straw-like feel for the hens without actually being straw. I was just watching a hen in there kind of scratching around. She thought she was making a nest in that fake straw, but it's actually just really easy to clean off if you need to. It's definitely much more friendly than kind of a lot of the commercial varieties. But why do commercial egg operations use this? Well, because it's really not sanitary to have eggs covered in poop. So even when you're cracking the eggshell, as you'll notice, part of the eggshell almost always touches part of the egg that's coming out. And eggs have this really cool thing on them called a bloom. When the hen lays an egg, there's a semi-protective coating that coats the egg and it helps prevent sort of bad stuff from getting in, and it would kind of help that chick develop, but it would keep that chick safe while it was developing, if it was a developing chick, right? So for us, we don't actually like to wash the bloom off our eggs. We keep our eggs at room temperature, we keep the bloom on. I'm not telling you what to do, but I much prefer room temperature eggs. In my opinion, they cook more easily. They're, as far as baking goes and all sorts of cooking, refrigerated eggs can complicate things. It also doesn't take up space in the refrigerator. So we keep our eggs at room temperature because we haven't washed that bloom off, and I find they last a really long time that way. If you have a traditional nest box, you probably noticed that the eggs get chicken poop on them. And then the question is kind of, okay, do I put chicken poop on my counter in my kitchen or in my fridge or wherever I'm storing food, which is probably near other food, or do I wash it off and then also wash the bloom off and allow bacteria to get inside that egg? So it's kind of a challenging thing. A lot of times if you have really dirty eggs, people will just throw them out, which is really sad. We try not to waste food as much as possible. We know these hens work really hard to feed us. They can be very healthy without a lot of hands-on care. So cleaning out the nest box twice a day is not realistic for us, and we also want nice clean eggs. So the Rollout Nest Box fixed so many problems with dirty eggs. I cannot tell you guys, like, the amount of time I used to spend washing eggs. and also throwing eggs away that would have otherwise been perfectly fine. Something like this pays for itself really quickly when you consider the eggs that you're gonna be keeping and all the time that you're gonna be freeing up on your own. One of the biggest reasons why people struggle with dirty nest boxes is because hens tend to like how cozy they are, and they tend to like to sleep in there too. So one really cool thing about this model of this hen gear nest box is it does have a solar powered roost that basically you close it at night, and then in the morning it will open, it will let the roost down automatically for your hens. So it kind of blocks that entrance, so when they're going to roost they can see that this is not an option, but then it will be let down in the morning, so you don't have to get up early to do that yourself, which is big on our end. Here, yep, I think we have an egg. Actually, I haven't collected eggs yet, so if you guys want to check this out with me, I'll show you how this works. Basically, this one has some clips on either side to help prevent predators, so if that's something you're concerned about. Now this part can actually go on the inside of the coop if you prefer to walk into your coop to collect eggs. We don't, because we like to have shoes that are meant for stepping in chicken poop and shoes that are not meant for stepping in chicken poop, and it's just much nicer to walk on the outside of the coop, in my opinion, to collect eggs, but they can be a little more prone to freezing if that's something you're worried about. Anyway, let's take a look and see what we have inside. All right, so as you can see, we have lots of beautiful eggs, and although we have some things like feathers in here, these eggs almost entirely are completely unsoiled. They are just gonna be nice and clean. Obviously, some of these pretty ones from the well summers and cuckoo marans are gonna have some speckles and things. But check this out, guys. I haven't even opened this today. That's how reliable this is. I didn't set this up at all. This is literally our egg collection every single day. It's just beautiful, clean eggs with the bloom intact. The last time I made a video about this, I did have some people ask about this. This is a dummy egg. So this is something Hen Gear sells also. This one is just gonna encourage hens to lay in the nest box. So it does have a little clip on here, because if I were to just put it in there, basically it would roll out again. So it has a little clip, so you can clip it where the hens can see it. I'll just kind of shove it up there for now. Oh, yep, this one's warm. This is our newest egg. So that's one question I get, is how do you get your hens to lay in the nest box? One of the easiest ways that we like to train chickens is just to have them be comfortable around us. If they are freaked out every time we're going in there, they're more likely to do things like hide eggs and just kind of do things differently than how we would have them do them. So pretty much every time I go in, I like to throw them a little handful of Grubterra. These are the black soldier fly larva chicken treats that we've talked about for a long time. They have a lot more calcium than mealworms, so they help keep those eggshells nice and hard, and they also have a ton of just micronutrients that come with bugs. So we especially love to supplement with Grubterra in the winter, but we always give it to them in the summer too, because we want them to love us and we want them to be comfortable with us. Grubterra did sponsor today's video, so if you guys want to grab some Grubterra for yourself, you can use our discount code OKABODE for 10% off. I should probably collect these. Let's just kind of gather them to one side. Sometimes they do, oh, Someone's right there. There's a chicken right there. Sorry. I am sorry. We're gonna leave you alone right now. What I was gonna say was sometimes they do get caught just right in front of these flaps, so I just kind of like to scoop my hand along there when I'm collecting eggs. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone now. That hen in particular is actually our least friendly chicken. She hates people, so I'm gonna try and leave her alone. What we've noticed is when chickens are in this nest box laying, the other ones kind of like to peek and see what's going on, and they kind of want what that chicken has, because whatever's going on, they can tell she's happy and she's cozy in there. And I've been amazed. I actually have never cleaned this out. I hope that's okay to say, but it's quite clean. It gets pretty dusty, but I think because we have that roost that we can put up and that lowers down, we prevented the habit of sleeping in the nest box right from the beginning. So that is really, really helpful. And it means that we don't have to clean it out anywhere near as much as we would have to clean out a traditional nest box like we used to, which is yet another way this thing pays for itself, because that's less bedding materials. We're just hobbyists. We don't sell our eggs or anything, but if you sell eggs, I consider it a must-have. Like anything in chicken keeping, you know, building a coop, getting chickens, taking care of them, it's an investment. You don't have to have one to keep chickens, but it's definitely one of those things that just has made our life so much easier that we felt kind of the need to talk about it again, especially for those people who are just about to have chicks start laying or getting chicks this year. It's like this Rollout Nest Box and the automatic chicken door Honestly, you guys, we probably wouldn't have chickens anymore if it weren't for those two things. I used to spend so much time washing eggs. So it's just one of those things that prevents this hobby from getting old and just allows you to enjoy it a lot longer. I know this kind of stuff used to only be available to commercial egg operations, so I think it's really cool that we have this kind of technology now for backyard enthusiasts and the like. We do have a discount code for you guys, so if you want to get the same hen gear nest box that we got, they have different sizes and stuff, but you can use our discount code OAKABODE for a discount on that. Side note, I would definitely recommend checking out their farm, the Seven Sons. It's just a really cool operation, a really cool family. We enjoy working with them and just kind of the work they do and the positive difference that they're making in the world of regenerative agriculture. Please leave a comment if you use Rollout Nest Box, or if you have nest box issues. There's so many nest box issues, like, oh, egg eating is another one, because these eggs will roll away from the chickens so they can't eat them. So if you've ever had issues with chickens and eggs, broken eggs, that kind of thing, leave a comment below. But these girls are wanting some more Grubterra. They're tearing apart that bag, so I'm gonna go give them some more now. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time.